All right, in this next video, we're going to start discussing meiosis and its role in sexual reproduction. So, cells can either divide asexually, which we've talked a little bit about with mitosis and with binary fission, or they can divide sexually through meiosis. Mitosis produces cells with the same information. It makes clones or identical copies. So does binary fission. So the daughter cells are identical not only to each other, but to the parent cell that produced them. So it's making exact copies. Same amount of DNA, all that stuff's the same. So who uses asexual reproduction? Bacteria do binary fission. Single-celled eukaryotes, like protists, things like that. Some simple multicellular eukaryotes like Hydra and yeast. Well, yeast are single-celled, I should say. Hydra is an example with budding there. Yeast are single-celled organisms that do budding. You can see, again, asexual produces clones. So the disadvantage is, it makes clones. So if there's a disease that comes by, it's likely to possibly wipe out that population because they're all the same. The advantage is it's quick, it's easy to do. You don't have to have different sexes, things like that. But for everybody else, complex multicellular organisms like us, sperm and egg are going to join sexual reproduction. Okay, so we don't make sperm and egg by mitosis. Instead, the egg, and again, the reason why has to do with chromosomes. If we made sperm and egg like we do other cells in the body, they would have 2 copies of each chromosome. In humans, that would be 46 chromosomes. And then combine the sperm and egg, we'd now have 92 chromosomes. And we know from the lab and things that we've done that having extra chromosomes is not a good thing. So that doesn't work. Every generation, the number of chromosomes would double. This is a karyotype. This is a human karyotype, and we've done some karyotyping in lab. Here we see them matched up. This is a normal female. 46 chromosomes, 23 pairs. It's female because it has 2 X chromosomes. Here we've got a normal male. Difference is we've got an X and then the very short Y chromosome. So in most cells in the body, we have paired chromosomes. We carry matching genes, 1 copy from mom, 1 copy from dad. They control the same characteristics. Homologous means the same information. So we call cells with 2 copies or paired chromosomes diploid, or 2N. 1 from mom, 1 from dad. In this case of this organism, the diploid number of chromosomes is 4 or 2 pair. Single-stranded homologous chromosomes. Doubled. Here's a double-stranded homologous chromosome. How to make sperm and egg? We've got to reduce the chromosome number in half so that when the sperm and egg combine, we get that normal diploid number again. So we call that the haploid number. So we call the cells produced by this process of meiosis, we call them gametes. So when they combine through fertilization, we get a fertilized egg with 46 chromosomes, which is what we're looking for. Call that a zygote. So all sexually reproducing organisms go through what's called alternation of generations, or alternating stages. In one stage, the chromosome number is reduced in half. That's in the production of the sperm and egg cells. Going from diploid to haploid. Humans, that means going from 46 to 23. So the purpose of meiosis, or one of the purposes of meiosis, is to reduce the number of chromosomes. In the process of doing that, gametes are produced, sex cells are produced, and then fertilization restores the diploid number. We have a haploid stage. That's the gametophyte stage, where the gametes are. And then you have the sporophyte stage, or the diploid stage. Gametes, sperm and egg, one copy of each chromosome, haploid. Fertilization occurs, two copies, diploid. Meiosis occurs again. We produce our haploid chromosomes, or haploid gametes, and the whole process kind of goes over again. Okay. So like I said, meiosis is a reduction division. It's only used for one purpose, and that's to make sperm and egg cells. All the other cells in the body are produced by meiosis. We call those somatic cells. Ones produced by mitosis, they're all diploid. The ones produced by meiosis are all haploid, and we call those germ cells or gametes. So the processes involved in meiosis are very similar to the processes of mitosis. They have similar names, but there's extra steps in meiosis and things that don't occur in between steps that allow us to produce these haploid